Hey, what if your suffering isn't proof that God has left you, but proof that He hasn't? Anne here, and I got my cup of coffee and the Word of God. And today's reading that we are going to explore that in is Romans chapter 8, verses 16 through 18. You know, most of us have this notion that if we are suffering, that is because we have done something wrong, or God has abandoned us, or we are not living a blessed life. But what if suffering actually indicates that we are living a blessed life? Let's hear what is in Romans chapter 8, 16 through 18. It says this: "The Spirit Himself testifies with our spirit that we are God's children. Now, if we are children, then we are heirs, heirs of God and co-heirs with Christ, if indeed we share in His sufferings, in order that we may also share in His glory. I consider that our present sufferings are not worth comparing with the glory that will be revealed in us." So there are two things that are really being talked about in this passage. The first is that we are children of God. And as children, we represent what is evident in our Father. And if our Father is allowing suffering in His own Son, then of course He would allow suffering to happen in our lives as well, because we are co-heirs with Christ. We are all children of God. And so, yes, we are indeed going to suffer as His children. Just because we are children doesn't mean that God doesn't want us to encounter hardships, because the reality is, as we encounter hardships, we are changed and transformed in ways that we never would have been had we not gone through those difficult times. But then the second thing that is pointed out in this passage is this idea between the relationship of suffering and glory. Friends, our suffering is a pathway for God's glory to be revealed. Imagine that you never have the opportunity to suffer. Imagine that you never have the opportunity for your lives to be transformed and changed, and your heart to be molded and shaped more into the image of Christ. If we don't suffer, then we don't get to experience the glory of God made manifest in our lives, through our lives. Friends, if you have an absence of suffering, then you miss out on seeing God's glory displayed in the middle of that suffering. Suffering doesn't earn God's glory. It's actually the pathway through which that glory is displayed. So friends, what if your suffering isn't proof that God left you, but proof that He hasn't left you, and that He is still working on you to transform you, to change you, and then to allow you to demonstrate and be a part of God's glory made manifest in the world? Have a good day.